Hello there, math learners! Welcome back to my video. Sa videong ito ay aking i-discuss ang probability distribution of a discrete random variable. So without further ado, let's start. For our lesson objectives, at the end of this lesson, you are expected to first illustrate a probability distribution for discrete random variable and its properties. Second, compute probabilities corresponding to a given random variable. And construct the probability mass function of a discrete random variable. The probability distribution of a discrete random variable. So by definition, a discrete probability distribution is a listing of all possible values of a discrete random variable along with their corresponding probabilities. So pag sinabi nating probabilities, or when we say probability, ito yung chance na lalabas yung values ng random variables from our experiment. So here are the steps in getting the probability of each value of the random variable. First, we will assign letters that will represent each outcome. Second, determine the sample space or the possible outcome. Third, we will count the number of the value of the random variable. And fourth, we will assign probability values to each value of our random variable. Let's have our example. Suppose 3 coins are tossed. Let y be the random variable representing the number of tails that occur. Construct the probability distribution of the random variable y. So from our example, we have a given of 3 coins that are tossed, and our variable y is our number of tails that occur. So I will assign a letter for this example. T is for tail, H is for head. And let's say I have here a coin. Okay, we will test this coin, or we will toss this coin 3 times since we have 3 coins. So either this coin, our first coin, or in our first toss, either this coin is tail or head, yung lalabas. For the second toss, either tail or head, we have tail or head. And for our third toss, we have tail or head, tail or head, tail or head, tail or head. So here, what I just did is an experiment. So from our experiment, we can now have our sample space. So we have here our sample space S, and we will list all our possible outcomes that we can get from our experiment. So for our first outcome, we will just follow the arrows. So first outcome would be T, T, and T. So just write our first outcome. We have T, T, T. Second outcome would be T, T, H. We have T, T, H for second outcome. Third outcome, we have T, H, T. Fourth outcome, we have T, H, H. So for the fifth outcome, we have H on this side, H, T, T. So we have H, T, T. Next outcome, we have H, T, H. Next outcome, we have H, H, T. And for our last outcome, we have H, H, H. Okay, so now we have our sample space. We have 8 possible outcomes. So from here, we can have our table. Okay, so on our first table, we have the possible outcomes. So we will just get our answer from the sample space. Okay, so we have here And for our random variable y on the number of tails, so to get our answer here, we will just count each outcome na wherein yung number of tails. Okay, for our first outcome, we have 3 tails. Second outcome, we have 2 tails. Third outcome, we have 2 tails. Next outcome, we have 1. Next outcome, we have 2. Next outcome, we have 1. And for the 7th outcome, we have 1. And for our last outcome, we have 0 tail. So from here, from our random variable y, we can simplify the values of our number of tails. So we have the possible values of random variable y are 0, 1, 2, and 3. Or in symbol, we write it as y equals 0, 1, 2, and 3. Again, from this table, we have the possible outcomes on the first column, and on the second column, we have here the random variable y, or the number of tails. So we have here the result of the number of tails from our experiment. And we have also here the simplified value of our random variable y. We have y equals 0, 1, 2, and 3. So from here, we can have we can now construct our probability distribution, or the probability mass function of discrete random variable. So we have here the table. On our first row, we have here the number of tails, or the y, and followed by the probability of y. So to get the value of our number of tails, we can get it from our simplified value of our random variable y, which is 0, 1, 2, and 3. So we will just put it here. So we have 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so to get the probability of the number of tails, we will just count the number of tails here. Okay, if how many times the number of tails appeared here. Okay, so from our first number of tail, we have 0. So the probability of 0, let's look at, we have 1 0 here. So meaning 0 appeared once. Okay, appeared once out of how many outcomes? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So meaning the probability of 0 is 1 over 8. 1 is 0 and 8 is the total number of tails. Next, for the number of tail 1, so try to look at that 1 appears 3 times. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so for the probability of 1, we have here 3 over 8. 3 is yung 1 natin, at yung 8 is the total number of tails. For the number of tails 2, okay, the probability of that, again, let's count. We have 1, 2, 3. So the number of tails 2 appears 3 times out of 8 number of tails. And for the number of tail 3, we have only 1. So we have only 1 out of 8 number of tails. So here is our probability distribution, or the probability mass function of discrete random variable y. Now, i-discuss ko naman ang properties of a probability distribution. First, we have the probability of each value of the random variable must be between or equal to 0 and 1. In symbol, we write it as p of x is greater or equal to 0 but less than or equal to 1. So in short, this is, or the value of the random variable must be equal to between or equal to 0 and 1. Second, we have the sum of the probabilities of all values of the random variable must be equal to 1. In symbol, we write it as the summation of p of x equals 1. Take note or remember that the sum of the probabilities of the values of our random variable must be equal to 1 lang. So, dapat exactly 1. Remember, exactly 1. So, no rounding off tayo dito. So, dapat exactly 1. So, from our table, we will determine this distribution if it will serve as a probability distribution following the two properties. So, dapat masatisfy niya yung dalawang properties. Okay? So, we will try. Property number 1, we have, again, states that p of x is greater or equal to 0 or but less than or equal to 1. Okay? So, again, this is between or equal to 0 and 1. So, ang gagawin lang natin is kukunin natin yung probabilities ng ating distribution. Okay? So, since ang ating probabilities are in the form of fraction, we don't know if it is between or equal to 0 and 1. So, all you have to do is to divide this fraction. So, first we have 1 over 8. 1 divided by 8 is equal to 0.125. So, as you can see, the value of our first probability is between 0 and 1. Next probability natin is we have 3 over 8, and when we divide 3 over 8, we have 0.375. So, kung ating titignan, ang value ng 3 over 8 is between 0 and 1. Next, we have also 3 over 8. We have the same value of 0.375. And for our last probability, we have 1 over 8. We have the same value of 0.125. So, kung ating titignan, ang mga values ng ating probabilities ay lahat ay between 0 at 1. So, meaning, we satisfy the property number 1. Okay? So, let's try to look if our property number 2 satisfy the distribution. Again, property number 2 states that the summation of p of x equals to 1. So, again, dapat exactly 1. So, ang gagawin lang natin is i-add natin yung mga probabilities natin. So, we have here 1 over 8 plus 3 over 8 plus 3 over 8 plus 1 over 8. So, as you can see, sa ating mga probabilities, yung mga denominators nila ay magkapareho. So, which is 8. So, ikakopy lang natin yung 8. At yung susunod natin gawin is i-add natin lahat yung mga numerators. So, we have here. Again, we will add all the numerators. We have 1 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1. So, a total of 8 over 8. So, kapag i-divide natin yung 8 over 8, that is 1. So, try to look at kung ating titignan yung sum ng ating probabilities is equal to 1. So, again, we satisfy the property number 2. So, since our distribution satisfies the two properties, property 1 and property 2, we can say that this distribution is a probability distribution. Again, matatawag natin na probability distribution yung isang distribution if nasatisfy niya yung dalawang property. Now, we're in sa property number 1, dapat between or equal to 0 and 1 lang At sa property number 2, kung kukunin natin yung sum ng lahat ng probabilities, it should be equal to 1. This time, I want you to test yourself of what you have just learned about the probability distribution of a discrete random variable. And I hope may natutunan kayo sa video na ito, and don't forget to ask questions, clarifications, just post it sa comment section below. So this is Professor AVO. Let's unlock your math potential together. Stay tuned for more videos.